So this is the routine I wanted to do on the Howard Stern show today that I couldn't do because it wasn't set up correctly for me to do it. And I was kind of surprised that they didn't have us come in as our characters, because it's radio, it's theater of the mind. You come in as your character, you do your impression, and then when it's over, you say, okay, so who are you? But that's how they did it. They had you come in, and I started doing my impression, and I said, oh, you're going to do your impression? And I dropped it and talked. But what good is talking as you and then doing your impression? The person listening should not even know who you are. But anyway, that was their choice. So this is what I was going to do if I'd gotten in there and had some time to do it. I would have started like this. First of all, Howard, it's a thrill and a pleasure for you to have me on your show. It's not every day you get to sit in front of a person who is on a first-name basis with Elizabeth and Philip. I mean, the Queen of England and Prince Philip. Me, they call Mr. Mason. And of course, for me, it's not every day I can be sitting across from a man who makes a living by passing gas on the radio. Not that this is a real radio, this is satellite radio. And so for all 15,000 people listening on the satellite radio, I hope you enjoy me as much as I enjoy me. But I know, Howard, I know you've got more than 15,000 subscribers, but when I first bought the stock, the Sirius stock, I bought it for $3 a share, and there were 15,000 subscribers. Then you got involved, there were 1 million subscribers, and it was still $3 a share. Then it was 2 million subscribers, and it was still $3 a share. Then it was 25 million people on this Sirius XM, it's still $3 a share. Howard, how do you explain that? My bowels moved more in the last 5 days than that stock has moved in 5 years. Can you explain that? Probably not. Okay, but I'm not here to talk about stocks. That's not why I came here. I want to make a prediction right now, Howard. My prediction is that within 3 months, you are going to have a turntable in your home. You're going to listen to records. And like a 12-year-old used to listen to records, that's what you're going to do. And you know why I think that? Because about 5 years ago, I would tune in your show. What would I hear? I don't want an Apple computer. I will never own an Apple computer. Apple computers are toys. They're for yuppies. They're for kids. They're for playing games. I don't need something like that. I own a computer to do work. I'm a serious person and I work. And I use an IBM computer. And that's all I'll ever use is IBM. Plus, I like the name because it's a duty joke, IBM. Okay? That's what I heard. Then, all of a sudden, a few years later, I turn on the radio. What do I hear? Robin, I have to go home right after the show. Apple just released operating system 7.2.1, and I've only got 7.2. I feel inferior. I feel weak. I have an inferiority complex. I can't get an erection. I have to go home right away and download operating system 7.2.1 on my iMac, on my iPod, on my iPhone, on my iPad, on my iMini pad, and on my latest Apple product I just got for Beth. It's the iMaxi pad. It's a combination tablet and electronic gynecologist. So Howard, that's why I think you'll have a turntable. You're fixated on this vinyl thing, and I think it's only a matter of time before you have a turntable. Now let me turn my attention to the beautiful Robin Quivers, Queen of all Schwarzes. How are you, Robin? I'm so happy you're healthy again. Now that you figured out that coffee goes in your mouth, not up your toches. I don't know what you were thinking by doing that. If you were gay Juan Valdez, I can understand it, but for you, I don't see it. And that diet you're eating, the nuts and the twigs and the berries, that's right, chipmunk, not for a person. You want to live to be 100, I'll tell you what you do. You eat a corned beef sandwich every day, and you live to be 100. Okay, it gets boring after a while, so you can have pastrami, but that's what you do. You know how I know that works? Go to Miami, you'll see all these big fat Jews, old Jews, they're 100 years old. They eat a corned beef sandwich every day, tongue, corned beef, pastrami. The only green thing that gets in their mouth is a pickle, and they live to be 100. You know why? Because all of that stuff they eat, the preservatives, if it can preserve a biscuit, it can preserve you too. That's what I think. Now, let me turn my attention to Zach Braff over there, Benjamin Button, whatever the hell your name is. I've heard this show for how many years? I wondered what this person did, so now I finally get to come into the show, and I can see what this person does. Absolutely nothing. You know what amazes me, Howard? What amazes me is you've got 3 Jews in this team with single-syllable names. What are the odds? You know what I'm saying? A Jewish name is Zuckerberg, Bramowitz, Goldenberger. You've got Stein, Bronk, Mund. It sounds like characters from Middle Earth, you know what I'm saying? Stein, Bronk, and Mund. I love Mund the best. It's a fabulous name, Ronnie Mund. This couldn't be his real name. It had to be shortened from something else. A Mund sounds like something you learned about in high school hygiene. Teacher says, now don't ever touch a girl's Mund without permission. And if you get permission, don't poke it, don't twist it, don't turn it. Just give it a nice stroke, and if you're lucky, maybe she'll enjoy it. But you know what, Howard? I'm not here to make fun of people's names, make fun of ethnicities. That's not my style. I don't do that. You know why? It's too Jewish. I don't do a Jewish thing. You know what I mean? I do a much calmer kind of thing. But I figured I'm here. I might as well. I mean, listen, I've got a neighbor across the street. The Muslim family moved in. I figured, oh my God, how am I going to deal with this? But I did it. I said, as long as they pay their taxes, as long as they mow their lawn, I don't care what their nationality is. Then the first time the wife came out to pick up the mail, she was wearing one of those little beekeeper outfits. I went, oh my God, how am I going to deal with this? Then I took a deep breath and I said, I know what I'll do. I'll call them Mr. and Mrs. Bikowitz. That's what I'll do. And it's fine now. So finally, I know I want to wrap up now because I've taken too much of your time, I'm sure. I just want to say that I don't usually do this roast humor, but I did it because that's what your show likes. It's better off being done by Jeffrey Ross and Sarah Silverberg and Gilbert Gottfried over there. But anyway, I was happy to do it because that's what the show likes. So thank you very much. And come see me at Catch a Jewish Neurotic tomorrow at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I'll be playing 2 shows. Thank you. That's what I would have done.